Hello, everyone. We are about halfway through the term now, so I wanted to check in with you around some deadlines and some other issues that are some other things that are coming up in the course to make sure everybody stays on track. I've been seeing submissions come in weekly around the reflections and for Module 2, so it's good to see that everybody's working through it. I've had some questions and comments about the content. Always good to engage with students around the content. So I hope that you are getting something out of the material and that you are enjoying enjoying an opportunity to think about how this material relates to you in your own leadership development. I wanted to take care of a few housekeeping things. So it seems as though I did find a way to get you feedback on the reflection for Unit 3. Unfortunately, it's a bit complicated because there is a part of Moodle that where you can do grading within the system that is not working properly. I'm not sure if they have it fixed yet, but we seem to have found a workaround, right? So the workaround is, if you haven't seen it yet, I think most of you have, I posted the grade, so the overview grade, like the big grade, in a spreadsheet that is anonymous, so your name is not attached to it, but you'll be able to identify your grade by the student number, and that is in the top portion of the course website. And then if you go back into Unit 3, where where you initially uploaded your assignment, you should find feedback there. So there is a space where I was able to put in some comments. It will likely look the same for the next reflection that I grade, which will be coming up soon for Module 2. For the quiz grades, which will be posted later this week because we are approaching the drop date, and that my promise to you was that I would get you the quiz grades prior to the drop date, so you had more information on which to make to proceed in the course. The quiz grades will be just summary grades that will be easy to post, so there won't be any hiccups. I'll do it very much the same way as I posted the overall grade for the reflection. Okay, so you can expect that later on this week, and I'll send out a course announcement letting you know that it is posted and ready for viewing. I've been seeing a great deal of activity on the group discussion boards, the communication boards for the Wiki project, so it's good to know that you're in communication and that you're working with one another. We're still fairly early in that assignment. It's October 23rd. The due date for the final page, of course, is December 4th. So I do hope that you're somewhat through your books now, and that you'll be finishing those books rather in the next little bit, so that you can start to draft the assignment itself. And again, this is a place that once I start to see questions and if there are any questions, I'll be able to share those answers with you. But there's a great deal of information on the website and in the course outline that'll give you some sense of how to move forward with that project. So hopefully those are going well and the communications with your groups are going well. The one thing the most important thing with this video that I wanted to touch base on is that it has been pointed out to me that later on this week, the calendar, the Thursday and Friday of this week are reading days. And so that was an oversight on my part. I've put a deadline on both of the reading days, unfortunately. So what I've done to mitigate that, I know many of you have already scheduled your time such that you've entered your deadlines into your calendar, and I don't want to change the possibility of you submitting the quiz on Friday and the reflection on Thursday. So you can go ahead and do that. The quiz will be available on Friday. But I've moved the final due date for both of those deliverables to Monday, October 30th at midnight, the normal time. So reflections and quizzes for Unit 7 and Quiz 2 for Module 2, you can submit them according to the due dates in the course outline. But if you have planned some travel or otherwise using these reading days for other things, the deadline will not be till October 30th. That means the quiz will be live for 4 days actually, all day, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So you'll have a fair amount of time to work on the quiz number 2. A little unusual, but it will all work out just fine. It's an application style quiz, as you saw with number 1. So the additional time is a benefit, but certainly doesn't it doesn't change anything really. It just gives you a little bit more time. But please, if you had intended to submit this material on Thursday and Friday, don't feel that you cannot. You can do that. But given that they are reading days, I want to respect the purpose of a reading day and not have anything hard deadlines on those dates. Okay, if there are any other questions or comments or anything else that you'd like some information on, please don't hesitate to get in touch with me. Otherwise, continue on, and I look forward to seeing you at some point later on. Take care.